ghostly view of Saturn's moon. NASA has revealed the incredible image taken by the Cassini probe before it crashed into Saturn's atmosphere in a death dive. Although the probe has now been destroyed, NASA is still regularly releasing images from its mission. Saturn's moon Enceladus drifts before the rings, which glow brightly in the sunlight, NASA said. Beneath its rising exterior shell, Enceladus hides a global ocean of liquid water, and many believe the planet could even hold life at its vast ocean. Just visible at the moon's south pole, at bottom here, is the plume of water ice particles and other material that constantly spews from the ocean via fractures in the ice. The bright speck to the right of Enceladus is a distant star. This image was taken in visible light with the Cassini spacecraft narrow-angle camera on November 6, 2011, at a distance of approximately 90,000 miles (145,000 kilometers) from Enceladus. The Cassini spacecraft ended its mission on September 2017. This view looks toward the Saturn-facing hemisphere of Enceladus. The above image is a composite of images taken with the Cassini spacecraft narrow-angle camera on March 29, 2017, using filters that allow infrared, green, and ultraviolet light. The view was obtained at a distance of approximately 110,000 miles (180,000 kilometers) from Enceladus. Image scale is 0.6 miles (1 kilometer) per pixel. More than a week after its dramatic death dive into Saturn's atmosphere, NASA has released Cassini's final images, revealing stunning last looks at the ringed planet and its mysterious moons. Cassini circled the planet for 13 years, helping to transform our understanding of the gas giant, and, thanks to its observations, scientists now know 2 of its moons have potential to host simple life. In the breathtaking series of photos, NASA shows some of Cassini's final observations. Its last image, the space agency reveals, is a monochrome look toward Saturn's night side, light by sunlight reflected from the planet's rings. There, Cassini entered Saturn's atmosphere just hours later to embark on its mission-ending plunge. The spacecraft also captured detailed images of Saturn's rings, even revealing a look at the small moon Daphnis and the waves it causes in the Keeler Gap. In photo, a lone propeller can be seen. These are the features created by small moonlets in the rings as they attempt to open gaps in the ring material, according to NASA. Space enthusiast Jason Major used some of Cassini's final images to stitch together a stunning composite of Saturn as Cassini began its final dive toward the planet. Here's a mosaic of Saturn made from raw images acquired by Cassini on September 13, 2017, as it was on its way toward its dive into the planet's atmosphere, he said in a post on Flickr. These images are uncalibrated for color, but were acquired in visible light RGB filters. The Cassini spacecraft may be gone, but the remarkable observations gathered over the craft's 13-year mission will continue to reveal new insights on Saturn and the mysterious worlds orbiting it for some time to come. Just days after the dramatic conclusion to the craft's mission, NASA released a stunning Cassini observation of the planet's yin and yang moon, Iapetus. The photo is one of Cassini's last looks at the 914-mile-wide moon, revealing the striking dichotomy of its surface, long known to be bright on one side and dark on the other. This false color farewell view combines individual frames captured with filters sensitive to ultraviolet, green, and infrared light, according to NASA, and looks toward the Saturn-facing hemisphere of Iapetus. But, thanks to Cassini, they may have solved the mystery of its contrasted surface. Cassini observations of Iapetus support the prevailing theory that led to the understanding that the dichotomy of the surface is due to a combination of infilling dust from outside of the moon followed by a migration of water ice from the darker, therefore warmer, areas to the cold, brighter surfaces, NASA explains. Cassini captured this last look at Iapetus on May 30th, from roughly 1.5 million miles away. NASA's Cassini mission came to a bittersweet conclusion early Friday morning as the historic spacecraft plunged into Saturn's atmosphere to become one with the gas giant planet it had studied for 13 years. As mission scientists said their farewells to the craft and prepared to examine its final observations, footage emerged of the dramatic moment Cassini first lifted off 20 years ago to embark on its billion-mile trek to Saturn. The breathtaking footage takes us back to the Cape Canaveral launchpad on October 15, 1997, as Mission Control counts down to the start of a journey that brought an incredible wealth of discoveries. Cassini launched in 1997 from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida, bringing it past Venus, twice Earth, and Jupiter on its way to Saturn. But it would be many years and a billion miles before it reached its target. We have cleared the tower, and the Cassini spacecraft is on its way to Saturn, Mission Control can be heard saying in the 20-year-old footage as the rocket breaks through the clouds. The spacecraft arrived to Saturn in 2004, marking the start of its historic 13-year mission studying the planet and its moons. This is the final chapter of an amazing mission, but it's also a new beginning, Thomas Zurbuchen, Associate Administrator for NASA's Science Mission Directorate at NASA headquarters in Washington, said as the space agency marked the end of Cassini's mission. Cassini's discovery of ocean worlds at Titan and Enceladus changed everything, shaking our views to the core about surprising places to search for potential life beyond Earth. After 20 years in space, Cassini's spacecraft finally completed its suicide mission at 7:56 a.m. Eastern Time, Friday, plunging into Saturn's atmosphere. While we were unable to see Cassini's dying moments, an animation released by NASA reconstructs the probe's last few minutes as it tumbled through Saturn's atmosphere at 77,000 miles per hour. The Cassini operations team did an absolutely stellar job guiding the spacecraft to its noble end, said Earl Mays, Cassini project manager at JPL. From designing the trajectory 7 years ago to navigating through the 22 nail-biting plunges between Saturn and its rings, this is a crackshot group of scientists and engineers that scripted a fitting end to a great mission. What a way to go! Truly a blaze of glory. The confirmation of the mission was received at NASA's Jet Propulsion Unit at 7:56 Eastern Standard Time, 12:56 BST. Upon receiving the news, Earl Mays, program manager for Cassini, announced, "The signal from the spacecraft has gone. Congratulations, this has been an incredible mission and incredible spacecraft." In its 13 years at Saturn and 2 decades in space, the $4 billion, £3 billion Cassini probe has transformed our understanding of the ring planet and its moons. It has watched giant storms on the gas giant, recorded its ring system in stunning detail, and revealed incredible new insights on the potential habitability of Saturn's moons. The decision to kill off Cassini was taken because the craft would soon run out of fuel and become impossible to steer. Scientists feared a collision with Titan or Enceladus, 2 of Saturn's moons that in the past 10 years have shown a potential to host simple life. NASA's animation imagine what the death dive would have looked like. First, they expect the probe to have shed layers of insulating material. Saturn's active, ocean-bearing moon Enceladus sinks behind the giant planet in a farewell animation from NASA's Cassini spacecraft. Then its large external structures, including the 11-feet-wide dish antenna and 30-feet-long magnetometer boom, will have weakened and broken apart, followed by other body-mounted components, and eventually the leading face of the spacecraft itself. It is also possible that propellant left in Cassini's fuel tanks may have exploded. Meanwhile, atmospheric friction will have sent temperature soaring. By the time what was left of Cassini reached the cloud tops, it would have been transformed into a glowing, fragmenting meteor, hotter than the surface of the sun. Finally, intense heat and pressure would have caused every part of the spacecraft to melt and dissociate, scattering its atoms to the winds of Saturn. Cassini's death plunge was the climax of a grand finale that saw the probe slip between Saturn and its rings in 22 daring orbits. 15 minutes before the end, the voice of Dr. Mays could be heard in a live stream from Mission Control telling his team this might be a good time to pass out the farewell peanuts. Earlier Jet Propulsion Laboratory Director Mike Watkins told a NASA interviewer, "It's kind of a bittersweet event for all of us. For me personally, it's more sweet than bitter, because Cassini has been such a fantastic mission." During the live feed, experts from NASA described the event as the last hour of the last chapter of Cassini's grand finale.